Look, there are people up there on the Urturm trying to fix it. Well, actually, they just enjoy the view, I think. But the whole Urturm is covered. So I'm just gonna put my head here and wear it as a crown or something. Anyway, so what are we gonna talk about today? Not weird at all what you mean. Today, we're gonna talk about goals. Or the ultimate goal. Not the goal of life, because I still don't know shit about that, but the goal of my job, my future job. Like, here's the thing, you can always work more and you can always achieve more, or at least try to. So when do you stop? And I want to start vlog 5 with a thought. The thought that you will never have too much money, because there are always new ways to spend it. Because you can always buy more shit or more expensive shit. There is no upper limit. Even if you have 50% of the world's money, you still can just... And now my point is that because of this, it is pointless to work for the money. Because if you have more money, then you find the ways to spend that money. And then spending those amounts of money will become normal to you. So you won't be happier, you will just be unhappy if you can't spend all that money anymore. So having a goal in, I don't know, becoming a millionaire is super stupid. I mean, yes, your lifestyle might improve. And yes, you might be more influential with all that money and be able to provide better opportunities for your children and whatever else. But ultimately, I don't think that you're gonna be happier. To some degree, it might even be counterproductive because you need to handle all those funds. It will just be stressful if you lose money, or if the money becomes not worthless, but because of deflation, you just lose money by having it. So really, I do not want to set a financial goal. Now, I'm not saying that money is not important, because it is. Money runs our capitalistic world. Is that a word? Capitalistic? And you need to earn money to continue working on this stuff and to be able to invest in your own company and all that shit, if you have your own one. And for yourself, you also need the money. You know, paying for food and accommodation and travels and all that kind of shit. So where do I put that line now? So here's what my monkey brain came up with. I want to be able to provide for myself and my family. That means I want to continue having the lifestyle that I currently have. I want to live in a nice flat, maybe even buy a house at some point. I mean, if I have the funds, I would also go for more flats in different cities, because I just like to not be at the same place all the time. But yeah, I want at least one fixed place that I call home. I know I want to have children at some point, so I also want to be able to provide for them, to pay for whatever they need, because that's also a significant increase in the money that I need. And I want to be able to do all that without having to look at every euro twice and thinking about, can I spend that euro or not? I wanna not. Oh, it's only one. Okay, it already stopped. I just wanna not have to worry about money. And I also don't wanna be reliant on my partner. So I wanna make enough money that even if they don't have a job and I have to provide for my whole family, that it still works. Maybe that then we have to work harder to not spend unnecessarily, but it should be enough, you know? Now you might be all like, oh, that is sexist. Why don't you want your woman to work? I'm not saying that. I do definitely want my partner to work as well. And I'm saying my partner because you never know where life leads you. Maybe I find a guy that I want to adopt children with. Unlikely from the current position, but you know, we wanna let it, you know. I mean, judging by my current situation, I hope that it's gonna be Kemi, but we wanna, you know, we wanna keep this as general as possible. So I want her to work as well, obviously, and I also want the same thing for her. Like, ideally, she would be able to pay for the whole family if I don't have a job, or if my business currently fails. Can happen, you know. That would be a nice goal money-wise. Just not to have to worry about money. I never had to worry about money in my life. I don't even know what that's like. There are many people who have to, so I'm pretty privileged. I do admit that, and I know that. So I don't know what I'm talking about, really. But on the other hand, I also really don't want to find out. You might say it's a good strategy to find out and live on like €1 a day for a month, just to try it out. That would extend my horizon or something. But I think that in the current situation that's not the right strategy, because I'm in the face of, you know, trying to build something, and you need to invest in order to grow. I need to be able to spend to find what I want. And as long as I have the money, I should be able to spend it. Because what I learned from losing 5k is that you better spend your money than lose it. So with the money, it's almost as with attractiveness of other people. They need to have a certain level for me to consider them as a partner, but if they have the level, I'm fine. Same thing with the money. I need to have that certain minimum of money in order to live. Of course I always want more if it's easy. I will not decline money, but I also don't want to force it. If I'm below that point though, I will try to make it work and work very hard and long hours just to get there, just so I can afford this minimum, this plateau of where I want to be. Below, I wanna fight. If I'm there, I wanna relax, you know? And just be like, okay, I'm here now. I don't wanna continue fighting, because then I just destroy myself. You really have to fight in the beginning. But then once you're there and you have the money, you can pay other people to fight for you. Now, most of what I said is mainly relevant if I actually do my own thing, if I, you know, create a startup, create my own company, or be self-employed. It might not be the right strategy if I have a fixed job, because in a company it's harder for you to optimize and make other people do it, because it's harder for you to get higher. I mean, it depends on the company as well. Like, if you're the CEO at some point, then yeah, then you have to work, really. I don't know why, but lately I think a lot about, you know, starting my own thing, just because I don't want to have all those constraints that usual jobs come with. Yeah, I really need to think about it some more, and I really need to inform myself. Because, I mean, there are other things like pension that I'm not thinking about right now. Also, I have to pay for my insurance myself. And I will pay for insurance, because not being health insured is super stupid. So yeah, there are way too many things that I need to still figure out before I can do anything serious. But those are just some thoughts. That's something I haven't talked about yet. I mean, I spent fucking 20 years in education now. 20 years. People might have expectations of me. I have expectations of me. But I also don't want those expectations to be too high, because if I never achieve them, I'll never be happy. That would be bad. Because of my education, I feel like I want to contribute. If I don't do that, I feel like a failure, you know? 20 years in education and then not doing something good with it, especially since it's a trending education as well, computer science, like upcoming thing. I feel like that it should just be enough if I can live a happy life with my family. Please let me know if you disagree, because a part of me really thinks that it's a waste. I think we're gonna end it here. I hope that you enjoyed vlog number 5. Next week we're probably gonna talk about money, how to get money quickly, because as I already said, money disappears quite easily, and I need to figure out easy ways to quickly get some money in case I run out. We're gonna think about this next week. For now, what I want you to do is just leave me a nice and thoughtful comment, as you usually do. Just mention if I said something that you disagree with, or that I really agree with and you think is very important. If there are any things I forgot to mention, if anything wasn't clear, if I'm being too snobby because I think that I can afford to. What is your ultimate goal? What is it similar to mine? Or is there something I'm missing? Do we need to do something else with our lives? Let me know, leave me a comment, and then you can make your motivation and join in next week or on Thursday when I'll answer your comments. Till then, bye bye. And screen time once again, blah 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 videos, blah blah blah, subscribe and like this. Yes. Well done. Good job. Click that button.